First thing first, we all know what happened with John Harbaugh. You know, I ain't got no animosity towards the Giants. We'll see how this shit play. We still looking for a head coach ourselves. So, we finna get a brief detail on First Take and Nightcap.
Giants closing in on hiring John Harbaugh. Harbaugh spent the last 18 seasons with the Ravens, where he had only 3 losing seasons. This year, the Ravens were the only team that were 1 win away, really 1 field goal away from making the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Giants have gone 7-27 over their last 2 seasons combined. Certainly, this is the type of coach a franchise like the Giants could use in terms of Harbaugh. Now, this is not officially official. It sounds like they're still working out some numbers and some contract details, but nonetheless, Stephen A., what's your reaction to this?
So. John Harbaugh definitely deserves the job. He definitely deserves to be a head coach, but am I thrilled? Am I over the moon about it for a New York Giants franchise that's been 7-27 over the last 2 years? Not particularly. I think that this is one of those situations where, you still got the GM that's there. And if you're John Harbaugh, you're bringing Todd Monken with you, the guy that doesn't know when to give Derrick Henry the ball half the time. So, I'm looking at it from that standpoint, and I'm saying, my God, you didn't want to give Derrick Henry the ball. You're going to give it to Scatterbull? I just don't know what you're going to do right now. It's not a bad hire. John Harbaugh's been in the NFL coaching for 18 years. He's a Super Bowl champion. I get all of that. My whole point is that you had Lamar Jackson for the last 7.5 years, and you couldn't get over the hump. We know how you guys struggled this year. We've heard noise coming out of Baltimore about how he seemed a bit detached and what have you. I like John Harbaugh. I like him a lot. I know that the man can coach. I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any way whatsoever, but he's not walking out the door in the same fashion that Mike Tomlin walked out the door. He was pushed out. There was an owner that had a press conference yesterday that told the world, you know what? They said, when asked if Loop had made that field goal, would that have changed things? He said, yeah, for about a week. The owner said that. So,
see, I don't agree with that shit, man. Yeah, they fired Harbaugh, but could they done that better? Yeah, they could have. I just think the Steelers organization did it a lot better with Tomlin. I believe Tomlin knew he should step down. I believe through this season, last season, I believe the owner and the GM probably not told Tomlin to step down or, all right, your next 2 years, this is it. I feel like they gave him signs to like, all right, bro, if you don't make it to at least the postseason or win a playoff game, then yeah, bro, I would recommend you, part ways. How the Ravens did it, it was a little more cutthroat. But I'm not finna sit here and say that the Steelers organization did not give Tomlin no shape, form, or fashion of a warning or sign like, hey, bro, go and hang it up. They should have let Harbaugh just step down. Firing, yeah, that was a little cutthroat. But shit, to me, it's no difference.
So, at some point in time, they just reached a point where whatever we used to think of John Harbaugh, they were indicating that some luster has dimmed from that shine. And I'm looking at it from that standpoint and thinking about the New York Giants. They've got talent on both sides of the ball. That's good. Can you keep Jackson Dart out of concussion protocol? That's going to be interesting to see. It's a good hire. I'm just saying it's not knocking my socks off. That's all.
Been knocking anyone's socks off?
Knocks your socks. You seem like your socks are.
I think it's a great hire. I think this is the best day the Giants have had since they won the Super Bowl. This is their biggest win since they've won their last Super Bowl. This is a man that if you just looked at Harbaugh and you thought of adjectives to describe Harbaugh, you would say accomplished, established, stable, consistent, connected, leadership. This is an enormous hiring for the New York Giants. The New York Giants haven't had this level of an adult in the room, certainly since Tom Coughlin. This is a face of the NFL type of franchise, one of the blue blood franchises, and they're hiring kind of one of the blue blood face named families of the NFL.
Football Giants. Jordan Schultz reports Harbaugh is expected to be worth 5 years, $100 million. Yes, 5 years, $100 million, $20 million per year. What the reports were, he was looking to get that $20 million per. He was looking to get $10 million for his staff, and he wanted total control of the roster. I don't know what all he got, but the reports are it is a 5-year deal worth an estimated $100 million. I don't know if he got the $10 million for his staff support. I don't know if he has total control of his roster. But 10 years $100 million is a lot of money. I think only Andy Reid is $20 million per year. 8 years ago, John Gruden signed a 10-year, $100 million contract with the Las Vegas. When Harbaugh was fired, well, whatever the case may be, Steve Bisciotti, when he was fired, relieved of his duties. Yeah. I felt someone of his stature was looking for a team that had a quarterback. That is the quickest way. Look at Chicago. Yeah. Ben Johnson took that job. What did they have in place? A quarterback. The New England Patriots, when Mike Vrabel took that job, what did they have in place? The quickest way to get to the playoffs, to get on the winning track, is to have a quarterback. They believe they have their quarterback. John Harbaugh, more importantly, believes they have their quarterback. That is why he took care of the teams. Arizona, they don't have a quarterback. They're going to move on from Kyler Murray. They have Jacoby Brissett. The question is, the Tennessee Titans, they have Cam Ward, but it seems to me, he believed that situation with that roster. You look at the defense, Brian Burns. You look at Dexter Lawrence. You look at Abdul Carter, who they took very high. They had Wan'Dale Robinson that came off a great season. I get what you're saying about Malik Neighbors, but he should be up to speed because that injury happened so.
You ask me, Harbaugh, it would have been clutch if he went to the Browns. You got Shador over there. And if I'm not mistaken, you still got Flack. No, damn, he left and went to the Bengals. That would have been clutch if Flacco would have stayed. Shador still there. Harbaugh ended up going to Cleveland Browns. He already done won a ring with Flacco. If he was still with Shador, bro, I think that shit would have been clutch. But he ain't. I mean, you got Myles Garrett. The Browns kind of got a straight offense. They put up numbers. I mean, they put up a little couple numbers. But I believe he probably want a little more, I guess, experienced quarterback. I don't know. That's just my thought.